Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 Nubia here on the Lord Master channel for its 10th episode of this series. Well, as we're ruling the kingdom, no, not the kingdom, the mark of Nubia, in which I'm its new marquis. As the old one, look at the second died of cancer. And so I'm out recently, fresh off from returning from the university up north in Constantinople, but didn't upgrade the education trait as I originally had hoped for. But hopefully we can try it again in the future, if you can afford it, that is. But now I'm just going cross-country tour across the Byzantine Empire before returning to my realm, because I know for a fact that the instability era is coming very soon. Seems I'm the only person in order is able to exchange back gifts and all that. Back exchanges and all that. Must be something in the system. For now, I focus on travel and visiting to all its notable landmarks. Romanos, the local captain, and a few of his officers greet me as my entourage into the military camps in Nicaea. I quickly dismount, eager to inspect the local barracks, positively brimming of activity. I nod, appreciating the organized chaos I'm observing. Now, what would my lord want to do next? Romanos looks at me expectantly. I wouldn't mind some sparring. I'm a fighting man myself. Success. Marshal increases by 1. Little by little, my marshal keeps on increasing, thus I'll be a more effective commander whenever I lead the troops into battle. Ditch! The crossing of the Dardanelles. The echoing call of horns fills the air as we traverse the hills near Callipolis, known today as Gallipoli. The hill forts resonate with the sound, a call to arms that has sounded through generations. Mere seconds before the swing, a throng of garrison Greek warriors emerged from the closest fortification, charging a group of terrified highwaymen and bandits. A 100% chance I will kill all the bandits, and therefore I get the prestige, as well as cultural sense between us and the Greeks. As we managed to get through a dangerous path because it was, suddenly a strange feeling that someone missing bothers me. I remember seeing Abricos all day. He was keeping the rear guard as we entered the war-torn province. I suppose it wasn't the best idea knowing his bravado. He's probably gunning the front lines, unless he's just lost somewhere in the hills. Me being first and foremost an impatient person, also I don't want to risk more people getting lost. I mean, if you want that man back, you'll get him back. I hear. Yeah. I was just thinking. Plus, we can always get more good fighting men in the ranks. Yeah, we could. There's always going to be more. While passing through the hills of Janitsa, my fellow traveler, Barlow, is moments away from disturbing a hidden burrow of vipers, and is warned just in time by Marshal Chrysanthus. Well, you need to be more careful. Chrysanthus admonishes. Concern evident in his voice, while offers a sheepish, grateful smile to him. Thanks, I owe you one. We must make haste. Brooke. Yep. Ambitious court servant. And he makes money out of that. Simple earthworks has been constructed in our capital, thus increasing our fort levels, so now my capital is just as defendable as Dongola. As the procession rolls through the hills of Sevilla, I spot a peasant walking alongside a road, no shoes. His feet are bloodied and swollen. He clearly must have been walking for a long time. As I pass him, I look closely at his face. The sad, sad eyes, a grimace of pain. Perhaps I could help somehow. Not really my issue, is it? Just as we're about to set out, it starts pouring down. Rain. As far as the eye can see. I can't help but curse my poor luck, but I just seen the dark clouds coming for a while. If we want to make our journey on time, we have to set out. But it's a risky journey with the weather being what it is. As I purse the dice, say, a little bit of rain won't hurt anyone. 20% chance I may get ill, and the other entourage may become ill, but we want to speed things up a bit. Ditch! As I strolled around the market at Zatuni, a loud ruckus comes from just a couple of stalls down from me. There's a furious man, animated, waving his hands. Meo Docio, what have you had for this? He yells at another merchant who looks possibly even angry. Let's see her try. The stall owner dismisses the merchant with a wave of his hand. Angry turns his bodyguards. The merchant clearly intends to get the deal on their night. The hell? Just watch the spectacle. The silhouette of Beltia looms ahead. The rugged outlines of hill forts command the landscape. A brutish-looking group of warriors approach. Their leader, the Courtiers of them all. Lord, he nods. We are the men from the Stragatisa, the Mitras garrison. For a small fee, could protect on a journey. What say you? How good are you? Oh my goodness! He's gallant and strong, for a man of his age. Give me both, and want safer travels. Can you treat that man? The grim smell of welding textures and mashed shells assaults my senses and make my way through the physician's workroom. He looks up in the auction that he's preparing. Time has come, my lord. I know several ways to treat your cold. I'm certain that the simple texture would suffice. The choice is yours and yours alone. It will not be pleasant. Hey, knowing that you're not going to be long for this world, let me compliment you a bit. Just to increase a little bit of opinion on you so you don't screw up the treatment or deliberately. He told me to lie down on my bed and offered my hands, firmly rubbed and slapped my palms till they were red, then repeated the treatment on my soles. As a finishing touch, he pinched me gently up and down my limbs. This odd procedure just turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated, and the world seems a little brighter. Excellent work. There's a few more places to go. As we pass through the market in Thebes, we hear a loud yell and stumble into the ongoing tussle between the two men. Tightly observed by a group of people. The crowd cheers profusely as one of them is swept off his feet, face planted suddenly in the dirt, thus concluding that. Who's next? The man yells at the crowd, his eyes loop in our group. At my side, Serbian snorts in response to their challenge. Damn, if I wasn't sick, I would have taken you on. But I have a strong man with me. So I'll say, come on, you can do it. 82% chance that he wins the duel, 17% chance to lose. Win. I would have taken him on if I wasn't so sick. Wild animals came to our camp last night while we were in Thebes. No one was hurt, but it did ransack some of our food supplies. Force them. It ain't my land, so I have to take it from you. My cousin was taken prisoner. You fool! Why'd you decrease control big time over there? Knowing myself, it's better to reduce the chance of contracting illnesses. And the same for the Courtiers. Just to make sure I don't get sick again. Treat this man. Entered roads. Never back down. Now we have less friendly fatal casualties, more advantage, and that's our trade, which I'll get into that one day. Get more experience out of that. Maybe once I return home, I should hold a little tournament. Gotta consider that. And I know which one exactly, as far as contests are concerned. Yeah, just for that. We need to appoint a master to hunt. And I know just the man. See too if you can look for some dangerous game around here in my realm. Yeah, just visit a few more landmarks before we can finally turn home. As we struggle through the Guardian passes, I crowded the files between Asia and Europa. Above in the wind-racked heights amid stones, Greek eyes watch us. It is said that the wardens of the Cilician gates in their high forts once defended against a flood of despondent heathens. Now they keep vigil against raiding nomads and petty robbers. Though some say they're a little better than brigands themselves. Still, here, a few common conscripts had scrubbed little forts safeguarded an empire. A faithful place. What the hell, man? Damn it. Okay, you'll do. The Armenian Zoroastrian-like person. High altitude and brisk air have very refreshing qualities which traverse the local hill fort. Soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. I'm moving closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I'm approached by the local captain, Daniel. Would you like to join, my lord? Unfortunately, we are in a hurry. Trade them. Okay. Normally we keep going for these, but right, this would do, but I think eventually picking up a domain limit as a way of making up for not taking this path here would be reasonable. But honestly, I don't think it could go all the way as much as I would rather be Marshal for life. I would like to be Gallant and would like to be Strangers as well. So I'm going to be Marshal for life for this character. So in this case, go for these. Just stick to, you know, Voyager and all that. That path. Got the Monument Expedition, which we keep forgetting to do in one day, but we'd never done it for this series. A good one. Remember, I'm reckless and I'm a raider. Although raiding is a little bit difficult to do. Alright. All better now. And now it's unlikely for me to get sick again these days. The Al-Azhar University, that's a new building there, so now that gives me a little bit more of the marshal. Almost home. Powerful vassals are gathered. I've increased stress for gaining trust, saying it's not worth your time. Well, see to it you can persuade. Thinking. I would try to persuade Count Zacharias IV. Got him. Hopefully these Rome laws better go my way. To my liking. Especially reducing the spy network. Am I ready to say, okay, enough with the Regency stuff? And I wish to take over. But I'm tempted to go visit the Arabian Empire for whatever reason. Petition the king to what? Nothing. Oh, crap. Remember I said about holding a tournament at some point? I wish I could start doing that. As well as building all these defenses. Wait, you still got that old thing over there. No, you can only do it here. Waterlogged terrain, waterlogged terrain. Ugh, yeah, you're right. Not the best place to hold tournaments, but still, Obviously, one's gonna be archery, unless you want to reduce contest. And the other duel. With these two contests, that costs way too much. So a tournament will not do. How about a pilgrimage to St. Catherine's Monastery? Wait a minute. My legitimacy. I am reminded. Hope the opportunity didn't go away. Can't do that with my father. Unless one of you's already done that for me while I was away, so yeah, I kind of feel bad not holding a funeral for my father. So okay then, pilgrimage to St. Catherine's Monastery. It'll be a pious performance in order to gain legitimacy. Curiosity. Not concerned about development, but would like to get more renown out of this. And if anybody wants to come, you can do so. We customize the route. After we get to St. Cat's Monastery, I'm gonna go to there, then go to there, then to there, then to there. Actually, we'll visit these places even though that's in the danger zone. Oh, where to land? I mean, I see these desert way stations. As tempting as it is. So, in actuality, we're gonna land. Travel route deviation too large, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Just visit these two desert way stations. Or 1 day deviation. Then we'll pass through the mining settlement, but we'll miss out on this one. Okay. That will do then. It'll just be a lot more traveling, visiting more landmarks. But then I will officially begin my rule. We'll have to swing around these places in a future time. Which, matter of fact, I may have to do another pilgrimage, but towards, you know, Abyssinia. Visit all these places, give me a good excuse for it. It's like you get the impression that this man just doesn't want to be the Marquis. He would rather have the Regent continue to run things. To the fame of St. Cat's Monastery is spread around the world for multiple reasons. For it is not only the oldest Christian monastery still in operation, but is also home to many sacred landmarks and fascinating sites, from the Well of Moses to the burning bush to the relics of St. Catherine. Little wonder it has remained a popular place of pilgrimage to this day. I, too, aim to be one of those pilgrims who seek to be spiritually inspired by this spiritual glory. I'll brave the harsh and rugged deserts of the Sinai and reach this great monastery one way or another. My journey begins today. What a journey it'll be. We're definitely going to get this up. As we traverse the arid plains of Kota, a serene oasis comes into view, circled by a fleet of camels. A wise elder reclining by the water notices our approach, and just as we weary travelers, he begins. His soft voice is the evening breeze. The spirits of the desert can be harsh. Rest by our waters and let the camel's quiet strength restore you. Impatient. I'll say your oasis is a sight for sore eyes, yet time is of the essence. Okay, let's see what we got here. Lots of law changes. Haunted Manor. I've seen this before, but I'm kind of interested in seeing that. Cod's Wounds. Okay. The religious authorities back to being crown oversight. The diplomatic stance remains the same. The main taxation was average tax, but now it's high taxes, which is not good for the popular opinion, but it does give us more domain taxes. And on recruitment costs and maintenance is reduced. I mean, that's good and all that. Restricted slavery. Buildings are a little more expensive now. Urban planning is back to being moderate planning instead of what it was when it used to be unrestricted sprawl, so they keep rolling back on that. Your own bureaucracy remains the same. Just formalities back to this. Punishment severity is now harsh. Overpaying goes down. Moral decency is still around. Women's rights remains the same. Festivity budget is the same. Command structure is back to being chain to command again. Security investments is now road patrols. And intelligence ordinance, extensive vigilance. I don't want that. I disapprove of that as a trusting person. There's some things I do like and other things I do not like about these laws. It's about to occur soon. Journeying across the sands of Kalajundi, a caravan of laden camels crosses our path. The caravan master notices our entourage and halts the procession. Noble travelers, he calls out, a shrewd glint in his eye. Perhaps you fancy a glance at the treasures these start to be scary. For the right price, the wonders of the desert could accompany you on your travels. I really don't have time to buy things, so I'll say no need. Perhaps you could travel together for a while. So for the next 30 days, we'll be traveling with the camel caravans, just for increased safety. Here we are. Another daughter. Alright. Thinking of a name that sounds good. Especially given that I'm in the pilgrimage of St. Catherine, so think of a Christian sounding name. I mean, it's what they're for, but keep it in the theme here. Keep looking. Okay, see how you can say it. It's Maria Ilesusico. Ilesusico. It's a rather interesting name to pick out. My trek towards the Sinai, towards St. Catherine's Monastery, reminded me of an episode from the book of Exodus, when the Israelites, led by Moses, wandered the Sinai for 40 years, subsisting on only quail and manna that God provided them. By comparison, whatever hardships I faced during my recent travels seemed trivial. Still, I'm happy to arrive at the monastery at long last. Just thinking about it, I know that while I'm here, there will be much to do, much to see, and much time spent in prayer. But first, let's find somewhere to rest for the night. A new day dawns, and I find myself waking up at St. Catherine's Monastery. How great it feels to be at this ancient sacred site, like thousands of other devoted Christian pilgrims over the centuries. There are many interesting things to see and experience at this holy place. But first, I plan to spend many days in prayer and worship of God, and spiritual reflection. Perhaps after I could spend time exploring and better understanding the many facets of this monastery. I leave and prepare for my first full day of it here. I've spent much time now at St. Catherine's Monastery, praying and worshipping God. While spending time at the monastery, there's one thing that's drawn my attention in particular, which has greatly inspired me more than anything else: the monastery's library. The library at St. Catherine's Monastery is centuries old and houses a collection of manuscripts written in various languages. Some were donated by pilgrims and devout Christians from faraway lands. Truly, this is an old place, steeped in spirituality and history, and its history is one that predates even that of the monastery. This place is truly profound in many ways, inspired by the library of St. Catherine's Monastery. So, it gives me a little bit more monthly lifestyle experience. The library of St. Catherine's Monastery in Sinai was built during the reign of Byzantine Emperor Justinian, sometime between 527 and 565 CE, and is recognized as one of the world's oldest continuously operating libraries. Over the centuries, they accumulated a vast collection of manuscripts and books in a variety of languages, including but not limited to Greek, Aramaic, Syriac, Latin, Arabic, Armenian, Ge'ez, Church Slavonic, Georgian, Hebrew, and Coptic. Amazing. Alas, my time here at St. Catherine's Monastery has come to an end. I must return to my normal life as Marquise. Still, I had the inspiring, thought-provoking spiritual experience here at the monastery. Who knew that one single remote location out in the middle of the desert could have so much religious history and lore? It's good that I could travel here while I'm still healthy and able, as I'm in the prime of my life still. I will reflect on all that I've seen and done to make my way home. Perhaps one day I'd even return. Gain a little bit of trade experience as pilgrim. A little bit of legitimacy, especially renown. But now let's go visit some landmarks. Oh, Elena. That was my first daughter. And now she's the daughter and heir. But at least Reyes, of course, has been born healthy. I just sat by the campfire with a long day. A group of Charles approaches us in the dark. A band of knights led by the proud-looking man. Each one of the knights looked richer than the next. My lord, it is my pleasure to meet you. I am Raphaelania of the Order of Saint Anthony. We've been on a long journey to get to Jerusalem, and we need to rest before the last stretch. May we share your campfire? Hell. How old are you? He's 20 and he's a good man. Very good man. Come, enjoy your campfire and tell us of your travels. I don't know what I need it for, other than you're a courtier and I would like to have you in my service. So, come here. We'd like to have you in our ranks. We stopped by the town of Andral for a quick rest. The town is known locally for its amenities and for being a center of leisure. Several of the guards of my entourage got distracted by the pretty local Bedouin girls. We need to go soon, but perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to rest some more. As an impatient man, I say we won't waste time on these frivolities. Traveling through the rugged terrain of Petra, a challenge that rises as the sands shift unpredictably. My caravan master Trifon and my courtier Meta begin to argue about the best approach to traverse the treacherous trail. Trifon, your suggestion is reckless, claimed Meta. Visibly frustrated, Trifon retorts, and yours is cowardly. Seems my entourage is at an impasse. Trifon is right. We can't afford to dawdle. 96% chance that the risky strategy pays off and we jump up faster. That we did. Locals around here may have something. While we were traveling through as the sun was setting in the sky, while searching for a place to camp, we came across an eerie sight. A circle of dead palm trees. Within this circle were rocks covered in unusually large cobwebs, and alarmingly a couple of human skulls. This place is cursed, Ubata whispered, his voice hoarse with fear. We should leave. Wait, Trifon ejects. He points to the dead trees. Look! Fireflies! That's a lucky sign. We should camp here. As I pondered whether to camp here, I gazed at the fireflies. The way they illuminate the ground and the dead trees, like stars gently glimmering in the night sky above. I feel immersion stirring in my heart, one I cannot describe. We'll camp here tonight. The journey through Al-Aqaba unveils a sprawling passage dotted with cattle. As my retinue pauses at the edge of the verdant field, the herdsman approaches, cheerfully strumming his lute. He grants a broad smiling green greeting. My lord, he begins, these beasts are the pride of our province. Will you join me to witness our labor, restock your supplies, and perhaps partake of famous Aqaba blue cheese? Let's fill our supplies in our bellies. Need more safety. Honestly, I'd rather have this. Because I like to pick up War Profiteer and Fearful Troops. Might be useful someday. Besides, Tabakor, the hot wind scupped the sands. Soldier watchtower stands vigilantly. Its keeper an austere sentinel restoring. Esteemed guest, the man chanted. Is there anything I can do for you? Perhaps you'd like to join me to gaze upon the calm of the desert. Compatibility. Perhaps you could be our guide in these lands. Need more travel safety. Even though he's a different kind of Muslim, though. The ones that currently hold the Mecca right now. Better on a shadowy uprising. Prophetic Mosque. As we wind along the outskirts of Medina, I see a trail of caravan camels at distance. As soon we meet with their stranger. Good evening to you, warrior. Come in, come in. I promise what I have myself, like Hejaz herself. For a moment they seem to showcase the kind of shiny tricks before my eyes. Mystery puzzle. I'm not interested in Bedouin trinkets at this time. One foot after another, I slowly move forward on the mountain trail. Suddenly I hear a rumble and quickly silent scream. Shocked by the commotion, I whipped around. Instead of Abada walking behind me, there's only an equally befuddled, tired face of Najib standing in front of fresh turn-locks. Where's Abada? I demand no. My voice barely escaped my drama. The only response is a faint whistling of the wind. He's our forter. Damn it! Which means travel by sea is dangerous in his absence. But we can only cross the Red Sea just one time. Again? Just passing through Mecca. Don't mind us. Oh boy, sea travel is going to be perilous for a short period of time. The capital of these bastards. Diplomacy. Need this. For the sake of my children. Perhaps I can get this and then I will get that. Especially that you have a daughter to raise now. One sec. Where are you? We ain't got time for your bullshit. Inside again. But I'll still not have officially ended the Regency because I'm still not at home. I'm still a traveling Marquis. That's what I am. Because I also want to go on a pilgrimage again. This time it'll be a worldly one. And it's going to be towards down there. It's a fairly short distance, but still, it's something that I want to experience myself. Gonna take quite the detour here. I'm going up there. And then down there. And after we'll get to visit these few places. See if you can reach Axum too. Before I will turn around and head to all these places, starting from there. Actually, why not? Down there as well. For the gold mine. Not too concerned with Dongola, because I can go there anytime just to pay homage or something. Or a petition. What you need is a mountaineer, because you're going to mountain country. Your mountaineer in a desert war is what you need. That's the zone of a patient person. I'll say, yes, yes, spiritual fulfillment, moral obligation, fate of my mortal essence, etc. So can we get a move on? Well, daughter, you get to join me in this pilgrimage. And go for zealotry because I'm a little bit of a religious zealot for this character. And it doesn't cost much. All while prepared for my journey, I've had a sense of serenity knowing that everything will be alright. I'm pleased to embark on this pilgrimage to Antiquity in order to get even closer to God. And now more than ever, I feel certain will watch over me on my travels. Can't wait. We're taking a bit of a detour to visit more of these landmarks, as I've been quite the traveler myself. Oh yeah, all the way. I've encountered many Copt pilgrims on our route thus far. All in all, have been pious, devoted to God as well. However, we soon come into company this group of strange travelers of this line. They introduce themselves as Mahemnists. Tells us about the sacred people to who? Mahemnism. The cults of the ancient Ethiopians bear strong influence on that of the South Arabian kingdoms. The supreme god is Mahrem, son of the god Ashtar. The gods are all called the sons of the invincible Mahren. Adaptive astrology, human sacrifice. Everything is shunned. All close concerns criminal witchcraft is accepted. Unreformed Semitic faith. Really, they're still around? Oh, that they are. They do have a bit of a presence there. What do you think it's wise? I mean, he's a prolific pilgrim. But, however, the journey is worldly these days, so I'll say we are so like they should come with us. Plus, you got some good martial skill to, skill to complement with. So, come along with us. And please, convert. Compliment. Then convert. During my travels, I came to a rather friendly village in Javal Kozlin. Locals were respectful and kindly gave us supplies. A few members of my entourage were suspicious, but nothing unusual happened. Such nice people out there. There you go. He was prepared to solve. In the morning, I see up there, stand outside the camp all alone. As I walk over to talk to him, I notice a change in the wind. Out of my clothes and wrap around myself. A gust of a cold wind hits my back. The cold whispers that it is time for winter yet again. Get back on your horse. I'm an impatient pilgrim. Your spiritual journey is grind to a literal halt. My caravan master, Trefon, is looking around, frantically searching for the way forward, and people are starting to notice. His face shifts to a great nuance as he turns his gaze towards me, looking for answers what to do next. We shall let the Lord get away. Yeah, time for your petty squabbling. Dagnabbit. Burial grounds. In one of the harsher parts of the desert of Wadi Amua, we came across the remains of some Chars who must have passed away not too long ago. May God bless these unfortunate souls in the afterlife. Whilst their fate is not uncommon, few would doubt the fact that these kinds of deserts are unforgiving. After all, even those experienced with such terrain and conditions could meet their untimely end in such barren terrain if they were unlucky. We are fortunate that we still have many supplies left. Continue onwards to our destination. As I pass through a small town of my travels, I'm accosted by a foul-smelling man. He stumbles forth and falls nearly onto the member of my entourage as he approaches. His breath reeks of alcohol, and he's clearly had a few too many cups of mead. Could you spare some change, my lord? Times have been hard lately, and I could really use a pint. After he uses the last of his self-awareness to beg, he falls on the ground and pisses himself. It's clearly sad state of affairs, but it's hardly my problem, is it? Perhaps we can make something of you yet, since we hardly have any good chancellors these days. Shakanda compliments me. Thank you very much. Always accept compliments. As my entourage travels through a small town, I feel a tug on a hem of my clothes. Turn to look, I see a thin, raggedy man staring at me. Oh, great lord, I beg of you, could you spare some coins of a poor beggar? I am starving and none of the locals will aid me. No, I am indifferent to his plight. Being on a pilgrimage reminds me of that compassion to less fortune is expected from all devout cults. Oh. Back, go get a real job. I earned your keep. No, no, my lord, please have mercy. My sister is sick and desperately needs medicine. If money could save her life, please, we would be most grateful to you. Sister? You ain't got no sister. What are you talking about? I said no. Now scram! Beat it! Ah, shit. The sorcerer of Kata. Kata is a land of strange and obscure custom. The practices of the Mandulist faith are strange and unimaginably different from Coptic. And nowhere is that more apparent than their attitude towards the practice of magic. Right in the middle of the town, there's a man chanting incantations and offering blessings as if he were the priest. It is strange to me that the people appeared positively jubilant in his presence. Sorcery! He will repent or he will burn. Which seducer comely? I know what you have done. Captured and burned the source. Rocks! Welcome to the lands of Abyssinia. I'll put up with smaller rations for now. I can handle this. Visit the Axum San. Axum San, also known as the Mary San or the Church of Our Lady, Mary of Zion, is the spiritual home of the Ethiopian Christianity. Located at the grounds of the Grand Obelisk of Axum, the church was first built in 4th century AD during the reign of the first Christian ruler of the kingdom of Axum, Enzana. Whilst primarily a religious site, the church has also served as the site of royal coronation since ancient pre-Christian times. This is why this is a holy site. Cutting corners and rushing out targets finally arrived here. Not wanting to dilly-dally, as the sacred duties our pilgrims perform, the local sergeants notified our Charles prepared and ready for the return trip. Yes, that's the perfect matter. Let's just go. So, travel back immediately because of that mode I picked. I had to rush my visit here. My main concern is getting back home so I may continue my regular dealings. Hopefully the Lord will understand that I'm pressed for time, that I still receive the satisfaction in regards to my pilgrimage. My courages should have no complaints anyway. While interesting, I look forward to bunking my own bed. Yeah. But hey, at least the pilgrim tree went up. Keep it up. As I'm traveling, I came upon two women arguing on the side of the road. One of them, a pretty young woman, appears to be beaten nearly to death by a second older woman. After stopping a moment, I listened in and quickly surmised that the older woman is accusing the young maiden of having some low relations with her husband. The young maiden is vehemently denying these claims. While not immediately connect this affair as a lord, it would be an easy thing to intervene one way or the other. Certainly, old hag and have the young maiden taken to. Street urchin. And this is the Taberna. It's a monastery located on the top of the mountain plateau, entirely surrounded by steep cliffs in eastern Tigray. It can only be reached by climbing a wooden ladder. The foundation of the monastery is traditionally attributed to the 5th, 6th century Saint Abuna Aragawi. I don't know if that's correct pronunciation for me. It is known for the collection of some of the earliest Christian manuscripts there. Household Guard. Now we have more number of knights. So we can have these also rans in our ranks. Especially those people I've been recruiting. And we need to get this, and become gallant as soon as possible so I could take the beginning the route so I could become a strategist leader. I want to be a military man for most of my life. The inn we stayed in the Hona last night was horrible to say at least. Something about the quality of its bedding and the atmosphere did not sit well with many of us, myself included. When we try to sleep at night, we ride onwards today, and everyone on my entourage is visibly tired and exhausted. We had to bear with it. Damn it. Just bear with it and continue. Thus, there ain't no rivers, we're in the middle of a desert. What are you talking about? This is a desert valley here. Power at home. Just want to get this. And finally do the damn activity. visited its capital. Mystics are everywhere in Adafa. They go around preaching, sharing knowledge. One day I get into a rather in-depth discussion about the meaning of life with one of them while waiting for a boulder to be removed from the path. What wisdom can you share with me? Plus one learning, opinion, different faiths, learn language faster. Wish I could learn another language, but I ain't no room for that. At the foot of this particularly imposing hill fort then, of Gananti, a group of children play at warriors, their laughter a counterpoint to the solitude of the stone. One child, bold and bright-eyed, approaches the wooden sword. Halt! No one past the fort of Micaiah and his oppressive band. That child exclaims, oh wait, are you the Marquis? Brave defenders, tell us the quickest way through these hills. Charles Haston. Oh yeah, we just passed through. I've been warned that my Remus practiced human sacrifice, but never imagined that I would bear witness to such sacrifice. On a stone altar, I see a woman stripped nude, lamented to the surface with tightly wound ropes. I simply can't believe what I'm witnessing. She pulsates rapidly with each rapid breath, her bloody eyes pleading me to interfere. As I watch helplessly, logging the state of night and propose to journey to oblivion. Got any useful skill? Probably not. So, I must simply look away. Sorry. Thanks to the shortcuts, my caravan master found a safe shortcut and got on them, which we could use to reduce the time on a journey by quite a bit. How fortunate. Good work. Visited that gold mine. Like, over here. Iron Constitution. If I do get sick, well, it's not going to reduce my health by that much, and neither will my fertility. That's what I wanted. I would like to pick up this perk just to get this so I can raise the children, especially whenever I get a son and be the new heir. The man from Shamir has died. You'll have to do. Even though he's a Muslim, but still. Christina Devata. Oh, we can't invite her back? While traveling in what, I mean, we come across some old ruins. Ruins sold, we didn't even recognize them as ruins at first. As we all thought they were just randomly placed stones. Orwin Lilith, who has some knowledge of such ruins, came closer to as she recognized the site as man-made. This structure, she says, is badly worn by the elements. As we briefly rest by these ruins, Lilith remarks of the site, life's so infernal, isn't it? To think that these, must have been some sort of glorious building ages ago. Someday we too be in even worse shape than these ruins. Then we must do great and valid deeds while we still live. War profiteer. Whenever we get ready to war, we won't lose as much money. That's something you have to prepare for in the future. My journey's been a long one, but I finally come home again, which means same subjects changing on the priests and bishops cheering. I've undergone a journey of holy men, and it insists some change something about me, whether I can see myself or not. It's good to be home. As I've been doing a lot of traveling, and I like the work of the Regent to keep giving me gold at any chance it gets. Let me go pay homage to the good king. Bestow him some gifts. Make haste at being cautious. Just want to get there as fast as we can. Pick up more of that diplomacy lifestyle over there. And spend less. Just there and back again. Servants ushered me to his throne in the great hall of Dongala, where Sister waiting to hear my pledge. I kneel at the feet of my lord and pledge many oaths of homage, as his scribes record the event. My attendants then follow, presenting my rich gifts to the king before the assembled court. Goddess bids me to arise and confirms his satisfaction along with my rights to the lands I rule in his stead. Price of fealty. At least that'll give me some renown out of this. Do I wish to settle down and begin my rule officially? Or what? Check your... Now you're a veteran traveler already at the age of 20. And there still hasn't been any animal sightings yet because I'm kind of ready to... you know... And we can't hold a tournament because tournaments are very expensive these days. Though it's almost time to the period of discord. Which is, you know... At least it reduces the army gold maintenance. But there'll be some difficult times coming ahead. For all of us here. Only 4 years left till we get the claim of the gold mines. Claim that title. Oh yes, I'm a dynasty. Hell, man. How much does it cost? Because that option wasn't there before. In renown. 150. Yeah, it's my way to get rid of him. I want the gold mine. 150 plus 150 is, you know. Yeah. I mean, do you want to wait 4 years? Because you've been doing fine with all the travels and such. As a way of passing the time instead of spending renown. What else I could do? Alright, other than these little pilgrimages to places that are too near here. Unless you want to go on another one. Or better yet... Oof. Xantion's seen better days. Why don't you go visit the metropolis? Yeah. Metropolises are bustling cities, harsh and violent where only the sharpest minds and most cunning individuals thrive. Don't expect your noble title to grant you any special treatment. In the crowded alleys, money speaks louder than lineage. This daring venture is best suited for skillful counts and dukes with small territories and nothing to lose. They're willing to take a risk. You could stay up there for 5 years. Perhaps I could put my martial skills to use. Yeah, I'll go over there. Couldn't help but notice there's some nearby kingdoms up there. But please, travel safely. Once you're up there, after you leave Byzantium, you should pay a little trip to Bulgaria. Into some real hostile territory. And then go reach this other kingdom. There's a battle site up there. Anything to give me more martial lifestyle would be good for me. Yeah, I would rather travel by sea in that manner. Okay, there's a nomadic court then. Just, as I said, want to become gallant faster. And then after that, get on this monastery. And, what's one over there? I don't see why not. Alright, yeah, I could travel around the world and such, but just don't want to... Oh, look, they moved the Arabian Empire again. Okay then, we'll take the overland route. And that's it. Not going to Italy. In around it would be nice, but who's got time for that? I do. For this. And more. You didn't pick up the, intrigue yet. Arabian Empire capital moved by the time I was going to travel there. But for now, I just want to get to Byzantium. Yeah. I mean, that's basically the whole episode. It's all about the travels of Marquez Tapara as a way to improve his skills on everything. While passing through the villages of Hull, I spent more time talking to the locals. One thing that stands out is their intense loyalty to their liege. One villager talks with such passion that they would think they were describing their lover rather than their ruler. I'll make my subjects equally loyal. Brook. Charitable volunteer I picked up. This character has a deep sense of compassion and commitment to helping others. They actively engage in charitable activities, dedicating their time and resources to support those in need. Through their selfless acts of kindness, they inspire empathy, unity, and a sense of social responsibility in the court. I ought to stop being a jackass and start giving to the beggars. You're gonna be that charitable. But at least now it kind of negates some of my diplomacy skill, which I'm getting good at that too. We must decline. I want to get to Byzantium Fest. It is known that the Coptic people are ardent believers in the Ashari faith and do not take kindly to non-believers. Nevertheless, the man who is on a route there and must pass through. Quickly though, the villager's vengeful eyes set upon us like a hyena prowling its meal. Before we have a chance to react, the local mob descends upon us with a mob of raging lunatics, same damn thing, screeching about our alleged heretical beliefs and demanding we pay a toll for pass through these holy lands. Burn these lunatics! I say that because I'm impatient. Past the remote village, a gathering of peasants just catch my eye. Four small crowd under a ramshackle trellis, painstakingly covered in a variety of wildflowers, stands three figures: a man, a woman, and what I surmise is a local priest. Whilst the wedding is nothing out of the ordinary, the joining of two souls is always seen as a momentous occasion by both common folk and nobles alike. Practice and act accordingly. Let's move on. By the way, the roll favor thing. Got up to the knights just as I wanted, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Keep forgetting to get a wet nurse. Because I haven't heard much from my child as I've been traveling a lot lately. So it would be wise to educate your heir. Lieges, heir, or the co-position holders of court may gain those skills and traits every month. With the mind to provide the best care for our child, I've had my foxers seek out able women for the role of wet nurse. Now they preserve a few locals for my judgment. Oh, I prefer the experience in Stina. And with that, I want to encourage competition. Now that I'm here, is that done? Constantinople is wondering what I plan to do here. Well, I'll see too if I could get my legitimacy up. Visit the noble houses to increase my legitimacy. Just want to spend some time here till I get that legitimacy up to some level. While attending a banquet at the estate of a powerful noble family, I struck up a conversation with the head of the house. Discuss political situation in your homeland and express your admiration for the family's long-standing influence. Impressed by your knowledge and ambition, they agreed to support your claim to legitimacy. Upon your turning around, you shall announce the endorsement of this prominent house, which will significantly boost your stand among subjects, solidifying your position as rightful ruler. Alright, that's good. Keep at it. Do it again. No, that's not me that's moving. It's the army of Byzantium that's moving. It's marching along. But still, it's kind of nice to, to live here and let time tick along. During the tour of the city's famous marketplace, a skilled pickpocket targets your group. In a blink of an eye, seal or office is stolen from your person. The guards give chase, but the thief disappears to labyrinthine alleys. Though the seal is eventually recovered by the city watch, the incident leaves him feeling vulnerable and exposed, and the thought of my symbol of authority in the hands of a common criminal is deeply unsettling. Casting a shot rejects this place. Unfortunate. No legitimacy gained then. I'll tell you what, I'll settle here, and then when it's time for, when it comes. Navigating court intrigue. During the visit of Noble House, known for its involvement in court politics, I skillfully navigate the conversations that subtle power plays. I managed to align myself with a faction that has a significant influence over the metropolis's political landscape. My adept handling of court intrigue earns me in favor of key figures within the house. When I return home, the strategic endorsement from this politically astute house will boost your prestige and demonstrate your ability to thrive in complex political environments, further legitimizing your role. Excellent. Do it one more time. No longer scheming in favor of the knights and warlords. That's we're gonna leave it at that. Leaves us all alone. Battle of Brotherhood. You are informed of the brewing conflict between two noble houses, a feud that threatens to destabilize the metropolis. Side to side of the house lead of a young boy, seeing him as a future and powerful influential ally. You offer your military support, providing a small contingent of your own entourage to bolster their ranks. During a fierce battle, you led a successful charge, showcasing your courage and leadership. Your actions inspired your troops to contribute to the boys' victory. News of your bravery and loyalty to the Bourbons reaches your homeland, solidifying your image as a decisive leader. Increase your legitimacy level to ordain. Alright. Since I've been picking up a bit of stress lately, so let's just visit the brothels to revel in pleasures and reduce stress. I'm gonna hit the return home thing very soon, when it's February. Because, don't want to be traveling in winter when you're up there. Night of Elegance. I'm invited to an exclusive salon renowned for its beautiful courtesans and refined atmosphere. The evening begins with a sumptuous meal and fine wine, accompanied by witty conversation and laughter. I find myself particularly enchanted by one courtesan, whose intelligence and grace match her beauty. Two of you retired to a private room where you continue your engaging conversation, eventually succumbing to the pleasures of the flesh. The night is both intellectually and physically stimulating, leaving me invigorated and leaves us along with a renewed sense of vitality and confidence. Yeah, there you go. Now I'm satisfied. Time to return home. That's a big stress loss. There we go. Yeah, we decided to leave early. I got what I need. Let's get moving. Well, I've come to expect mischief from my daughter and heir. Her creativity keeps me on my toes. When it's not a prank, it's a brawl. The scroll tutor or grazed knees from an adventure gone wrong. Never a dull moment. A rowdy child. Yeah, damn it. This is why I didn't want to travel in winter, and it's happened. It's been snowing over the past few days, and the cold is unbearable. I look around to see my entourage is struggling with it as well. So I decided to travel on foot alongside with them. After we walked through the snowstorm for another hour, Akutla pulls me aside while shaking the yups. Please, my liege, I can't not feel my ear anymore. Look closer to the ear. Tip's covered in ice and is a bit swollen. I think it could get worse if I don't do anything. I think he knows how to treat it. Nope, it's gone worse. Died of old age. Finally, that old bat has dropped. We've been chatting adequately now for many hours now, and we continue on our trip. Two seem to be getting along together quite well. They're becoming fast friends, these two. You'll do. We got enough money. See if you can find a good physician. We can afford one. Just let him. It's just a little cough, man. Actually, no. Just this once. We can wait. Didn't want to travel anymore, and I went to traveling without a mercenary guard. Are you nuts? Oh, come on, this is the best you got? Oh, we'll have to resettle over then. Hired craftsperson. That's what she was. The scars of war are everywhere this week. It seems to pass through Schumann, where the banners have been hastily replaced with vaccine colours. We were lucky to have missed the conflict itself, at least through the claim war rages on elsewhere. As we continue on to Federn, a fearsome group of veterans approach us from the opposite direction. A show of force will deter them. Maybe not. Just say, I am Marquis Tapara. They will let us pass. You have any idea who I am? They're unfazed. A siege camp dominates the outskirts of Nicopolis. The box. The little fracas between Duke Don and Count Georgios is suddenly the inconvenience amidst the monarchs. The distant soldiers warm themselves at the paltry campfires. A group of surly, ragged soldiers are coming up the track. They don't look like the brightest of fairest sort. Show of force will deter them. They're left alone. Don't mess with me. Much for lifestyle perk. Courtship. We're gonna be rich once I return home and actually begin my rule, which might as well be for the next episode because I haven't really been ruling as much as the Regent's taking care of matters. Ever since entering, I've been treated as much as an animal in this spectacular garden. People stare in amazement at the mere way I speak and carry myself. As we make our way through, I'm suddenly approached by a particular enthusiastic one who, unlike the rest of the crowd, seems to speak Sudanic. What? My word, it's so true. A Nubian Marquis here of all places. I've long admired Nubian customs and even learned Sudanic in my own time. What an honor it is. How the hell do you know my tongue? I don't see the use of learning language, so I'll say the honor's all yours. The wetlands here are swarming with tiny, dark, blood-sucking insects. No matter where we do or where we go, they're there. Leeching our blood like a torturous cloud sent by Satan himself. Now the horse is getting flighty and temperamental, but my entourage as well. Especially my caravan master who's variously his sanguine-covered arms. Trail rations, obese. Strip down, you. No, we gotta push through. I'm a patient person. I can handle. traveling overland. Our passage through dreaded wetlands has been fraught with fraying nerves. My energies slog through the quiet, damp, swatting bugs trying to stay dry. I begin to feel weak, lagging behind the rest of the party, so no one is set to face there's something wrong. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's not consumption, that's ill. I'll pull through. I have iron constitution. I can hack it. I can hack it. Came to a toll in Nubia. The entourage prepared to pay for passage. There was nothing extraordinary about this toll, as it's right of any ruler to levy tolls and ostensibly have the funds to pay for protecting travelers. The guards, however, seem to be a rather friendly lot. Not to say that all guards are terrible people. Even the good ones are more dutiful and more and serious than gregarious than talkatives. Nothing much happens here, the guard count says, while an entourage pays the gold. So we're honored to have an esteemed marquis like yourself pass through, my lord. Tell you what, I'll give word to the next few tolls up the road and remind them to treat you with the respect you deserve. Thank you, I'm honored. Tell you what, you're a good sort, so you don't have to pay as much to cross this bridge here. Great. Another person that got lost. That's my caravan master. I mean, he was getting on with his age at this point, so with the position of caravan master now vacant, I look to my entourage. Is anyone who might serve well until at least home again and can search for a proper replacement? In fact, there are two who could feasibly fill Trefon's shoes. Either my knight or my traveler captain. Good. Excellent. Okay, give it to the mercenary captain. When we get back home, he'll be gone. Then I don't have to pay for caravan master as much. This is the capital. Get me out of this place. It is known that the people of Vermont seem to profess a special devotion towards their champion and their legends. My lord, that champion says, bowing his head, it is most fortunate that you and I came to meet at this crossroad, for I am searching a marvelous fountain which water is said to cure all illness. If you were to help me in my quest, I shall pay homage to you. Now listen, I know you're a very different person here, but just join me and forget all about that foolishness. He's a commander assistant. We could use you in our ranks. Even if you are a very different person here. And yeah, old age is catching up to you. If you die of pneumonia, it won't matter. I'm all better. See, didn't need a physician for that. White squall turned to port. The coxswain's horrifying yell does not suit the calm weather, but my ears filled with increasing louder roar of the wind. That's the heartbeat of white mist that engulfs the whole ship. Louder than the wind, the mainmast cracks and falls overboard. As soon as the king, the squall moves on. Our boat lazily rocks on the calm sea, dragging torn sails and broken oars along. Somebody will find us, I hope. Passing ship offers assistance. Well, you're not that far off at all. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, hell. There's typhus down there. And it started at the place that I was going. No, it started there. Shit. Gotta switch routes a little. Actually, no. Endure it, man. If you get caught by typhus, get me out of this place. Pickup journey. Get away from that disease-ridden place. Gotta keep traveling on. Oh no, we gotta stay for you. You're the good mercenary captain. And Caravan Master, hate to lose it, and travel will be even more perilous where I may not even make it home without you. So sometimes we have to take the practical option every once in a while. Let's get moving. Tame of all manner of wildlife. The captain and I agree that Lulu would be a spinful place to go on a hunt. While we don't have time to stay for a proper outing, which first here is to spot a pristine wild rabbit at the edge of the forest. It has particular markings on its fur and on motion when it surveys the animal. As he spots the rabbit, he grins. What's aided a friendly wager acquaintance? Lure strikes that pristine fellow of an arrow wins. Sounds like a deal to me. Rabbit in sight, we both slowly and purposefully move close to the rabbit, taking aim for its tiny body as it lashes away at a piece of straw. I pull my string and release, as the arrow goes straight into the animal's body. A sudden impact launches a few paces, then the tiny body slumps down on the ground. Motionless, I roar in triumph. Captain Minute joins in my cheer. Nice shot, he cries as I dive forward to pick up the trophy. That was fun. Paid me 50 gold, and I got the lucky rabbit's paw. A paw from a one-of-a-kind pristine rabbit, down at a friendly hunter with Captain Minute at the Lord hunting grounds. Groom to rule. Picked up Marsha by 2. Oh, I think I know where you're going with your path. Okay, that's not diseased country. Typhus is still out there. Oh, we're gonna have to cross through it one more time. Unless it dissipates. So we're on our way home now to go on that path. Just taking a long way around home. See that shaded area there? Typhus. Passing through typhus-ridden country. At least I didn't get it. Ah, damn it, they moved capitals again. So we'll pass through the southeastern gates one more time, and then we will go to the sea, to Egypt. Prominent lowborn. Not that prominent to me. What are we doing? Traveling without a caravan master? Are you nuts? We never had one all along. Wife's pregnant again. Even though I wasn't even there for that. Could you imagine? Funny how the game works sometimes. This afternoon is quickly advancing and nightfall as we enter the local farmstead's hall. The estate ornament so greets us warmly, promises to host a lavish feast for us. Once the feast starts, we dine on a variable menagerie of roast animals, stews, soups, bread, and the like. In the morning, Manso approaches me as I join breakfast. My lords, hosting such an extravagant shindig as yesterday can be expensive. You should pay me for the prestigious Compatibility farm. That money is going to be spent on that monument expedition I'm going to finally do. One last travel after this, and then we'll end the episode as I gain the scheming puppeteer trait. Some say this character thrives on manipulating and controlling others like puppets on strings. They are adept at pulling the right strings behind the scenes, orchestrating power plays and robberies among courtiers to maintain their own influence. Their manipulative nature breeds the climate of suspicion and paranoia. Oh yeah, play that for the good of the realm. Let's reach up to 20. Alright, one last travel, ladies and gentlemen, then we'll end the episode here. But first, let's perform a now administrative order task. Let's just do routine paperwork for once. The documents never end as Lord of the Mountain. The frontier between Egypt and Nubia is carefully monitored from both sides. I and my staff have to handle the documents in all sorts of languages, from complaints to legal disputes, requests to overly polite words, and reports from my underlings. Last, someone has to do paperwork. With a sigh, I continue reading the document on my desk. My slave boy, Mirza, arrived humiliated and wronged by Mubarak. I had informed that your bishop, Arina, a woman bishop, about my suffering due to Mubarak's shocking behavior. Please write to me with a reply to this letter and read my letter to the bishop, for there have been good relations between us. For is Mubarak like a king, and we, his slaves and grovelers? Mubarak is the one guilty of initiating this. So, this excerpt comes from the letter where one Muslim merchant, Lame ibn Asanokanzi, complains to the Epoch of Nobadia, that his slave boy, who is perhaps used as a messenger to take care of some sort of business related to the Makurian king, was impeded in some way by a rival Muslim merchant, Ibn al-Asqalani. Both men appear to have connections with the Makurian king. Every little bit helps to get that trade up. Due to various recent changes in the political, economic, and cultural landscape, Egypt and Nubia are approaching a period of discord. Leaders in both regions are less willing to uphold the stipulations of the Bach Treaty and that the rulers of Egypt and Nubia agreed to long ago. Conflict and disagreement are ever more likely. There is worry that even a life-giving waters of Nile will not do enough to nourish the land and its people that are hardships. The long-term effects of these trends will remain yet to be seen. The Bach Treaty has survived this long and will surely continue to. The Nile is eternal, but the people are always changing. Oh dear. So we would love to return this card. So rulers are more likely to demand Bhakt payments compared to other Bhakt interactions. Differences in military strength have a larger impact whether rulers accept these interactions. Rulers are less likely to offer gifts compared to the other ones. Unless that's me doing it. Bhakt interactions cost more gold. Truces from Bhakt interactions last 10 years. And perform administrative non-border tasks takes more gold now. Other effects means that rulers in this situation are more aggressive in military and intrigue matters. Army gold maintenance is reduced. Opinions of different faiths have been reduced. Faith hostility advantage goes up, as does the raid speed. And the hostile county attrition while raiding is reduced. Monthly martial lifestyle and intrigue lifestyle experience is up. Hostile raid time is reduced, so does development growth, and travel is a little bit more dangerous these days. Oh boy. Well, as I said, let me just do one more travel. And that is to go on a monument expedition. Set on an expedition to a special building, searching for knowledge and self-improvement. Undertake an expedition to a famous monument or landmark to improve yourself by delving in history, knowledge, and mysteries that dwell there. So anticipate rewards from hosting a monument activity. Guaranteed 1 skill point of any of these you pick, and potential extra 1 too. Skill point rewards are based on a visited special building. Excellent. Add to core positions and prestige. You will bring your children and spouses with you in the entourage. Okay, find the one that gives you martial. You know, go for the old Meroe pyramids from long ago. And based on this, deteriorating situation of the Egypt Nubian frontier, we gotta get a move on. So, increase your chance at extra skill point exchange or stress. Curiosities, culture, spread. Okay, knowledge only. You have one purpose and one purpose only. Gather as much knowledge as you possibly can. And you can choose to increase your chance for an extra skill point in exchange for stress. Oh boy, the cost. Chance of 1 extra skill increase on conclusion. 2 very competent monk characters will join the entourage. After the activity includes, they will remain your courtiers and you will have the obligation to focus on them, reducing their salary for court positions. There's no shame in acquiring for some outside help after all. I cannot remember everything by myself. Let's get going. To the old Meroe pyramids. Nestled the road to Bob is long, and I cannot wait to unearth the secrets of the Meroe pyramids and the perceptive Abyssinia Nubians who live there. I intend to gather comprehensive records to consume every piece of insight inattainable. I wish I was already there, but we must make haste. Can't wait. So, yes, these two have joined us. Krista, the nun, and then there's Simone, the monk who is celibate and strong. Look at you. You'll be one hell of a chancellor. Unless I could put you in a core position. And this young nun here who is a renowned erudite. She's a gardener too. Can't wait. Just trade him. Nine months. I don't need to spend it on a claim because I decided to pass the time by traveling. And boy, did I travel a lot. Never become a savvy politician. Alright. Approaching the barony of Al-Abab, my heart races with the thrill of exploring the legends enshrined within its walls. The excitement of unraveling secrets held by the Meroe pyramids fills me with insatiable thirst for knowledge. I start my exploration with a sense of awe, keen to learn from the heritage of this place. I would like to increase my martial skill even more, so that way I could be an excellent commander out and on the field. Strategies, tactics, earthworks, it's all of interest. A message from the governor of Aswan. A messenger arrived from my counterpart from across the border between Egypt and Nubia. Wali Akin with a letter and a small but appropriate gift. Communication between the two sides is crucial to maintaining peace between our lands. So I read the letter quickly. It begins as such. I informed the Lord of the Mountain that the bearer of this letter is my loyal and respectful servant. Please treat him well and correctly and provide him with his requirements. I send you greetings of well wishes and gratitude. The letter continues on and on with the expected formalities and discussions of matters pertaining to the border. The letter's language appears neutral and proper. It's still banal, lacking substance. A bureaucratic formality, it seems. Well, he and I do have pretty good relations between us. We're both trusting. That's the thing about it. We're both trusting fellows. He's the good governor, in my opinion. Though a bit shy. He's a good man. So, I'll say, I appreciate his words. Respond politely. Send a friendly letter back to Waleakin. Gain 1 trade experience for the Lord of the Mountain. He gets trade experience as governor of Aswan. He'll get the prestige and approved opinion. Possibly form a friendship between us. Higher chances that other rulers, especially your counterpart, will accept any Bak interactions for several years. Since I have a lot of money, perhaps we could trade. Like what say? Oh yes, 100%. You know, I would spend more than he'll get. Just give him what he wants, because, again, he's a good man. He deserves everything. And because of the deteriorating situation out there, give him exotic beasts. Help him improve his diplomacy. I'm willing to spend a lot of money, because I do, and he does have the money to trade back, to give me what he wants. So despite the deteriorating situation of the period of discord for the Bak situation, he and I are still good. Anyways. Take pity upon poor Simeon. A few coins is all I need. The man begs with a trembling voice. I chronicled the legends of the house Deltawal. I worked day and night, my hands blackened by ink. But as soon as the book was finished, my employer, King Odanus, had the audacity to call me redundant, and unceremoniously threw me into the streets. Increase the skill chance. I'll say, what do you know of this place? Tell me everything! Big time increase. Again, you got a couple of days. As the silhouette of the magnificent edifice breaks the horizon, anticipation swells within me. As I arrive at the location, its unique character and sense of history exudes are immediately apparent. It stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of this land, and each aspect of this place tells a story waiting to be discovered. Time to make notes. 50% chance. All better. Meanwhile, the following diplomatic exchange between Waleakin and myself, our representatives met near the First Cataract, a little south of Aswan. Regardless of the current political circumstances, this area is treated as a no man's land where Bak exchange can happen. As per terms of the Bak, we've agreed to an equitable exchange of goods following some negotiations. I will give him exotic beasts, and he will give me glass. And so peace will reign between us. I can only hope his intentions are genuine, and the two sides continue to show mutual respect towards each other. So glass gives me +1 earning, more monthly prestige, and vassal tax contribution, which I only have mayors and a few counts. One of which is going to have to surrender the gold province to me very soon. So may God protect our peace. That's a good start. Well, step back at formation, as if the earth shifts up beneath your feet. The commander shouts to his two watchmen. There seemed to be a military demonstration near the Meroe pyramids. Observing the maneuvers and tactics of the guardsmen fills me with a sense of respect and awe. There's surely something for me to learn from this display. Aptitude is excellent. This man here, he's gallant and an overseer. That's a hell of a man right there. The commander must teach me these tactics, so increase my extra skill and increase on conclusion. The holding of my capital for the next 20 years gets imported tactics. Woo boy. And make him the master of the horse. Strong hook obligation. And I could reduce the salary so I don't have to pay him as much. 75% chance of a skill increase. Do you desire companionship, my lord? A woman whispers seductively, running a finger across her fine ankles. No matter your desire, I'm sure to please, she continues softly. I can relax your body with warm oils, or pleasure your mind by reading Travels to Jerusalem, or if your desires are more carnal, then I could be yours for the night. I already have an excellent wet nurse, so... I will give her a good temple, just this once, okay? I'll lay with her, just this once. Just to have an 80% increase. The time has come to pack my things and head home. I've wandered the grounds in the Meroe pyramids, have seen many sights, made notes and drawings, and met with the local Nubians. I do not believe I'll forget this journey anytime soon. Farewell, Meroe pyramids. Farewell, which I bought. And must not forget what I learned here. You got it! +2 martial increase. There, you got it. We gotta do this more often. Although, that's a bit more expensive, and you could do that every 3 years. Well done. Now let's go home, and then we'll end the episode. What's going on, my liege? You're on the offensive. Holy War for Darfur. All of Darfur? Yeah. The whole damn lot of them. They're on the offense here. My brother, Count Shakanos, brought him for undeniable evidence that my nephew is his father, none other than him. And how could my own brother do this to us? Shakana, do you know what it means to our family? That's an illegitimate bastard. No, it is a bastard, but not legitimate, but illegitimate. I'll never forget when I explored the Meroe pyramids in Overhaul. You know, I don't have to pay as much. See? I would like to be a physician. You can improve your skills over time. Oh my goodness, you don't have any bodyguards. What's the matter with you, man? Wasn't there another man? Yeah, this man. He could be the seneschal. No need to manage control here. Oh yeah, look at that, increase it up to precision. It's excellent now. So organize the court. That's what you're going to be good for. And then we'll have the Master of Raids. Income while at war. Because there will come a day where we'll get this gold mine, and then we're going to finally start investing and increase the size of the military. But I believe it's time for you to finally go. Discharge the entrenched regent. And he'll just do it. Loyal servant. Take care, my brother. Half brother. So thus reducing my domain limit a bit, but I'm about to get the one I desire most. That gold mine over there. Agatha. That's the name. So now I have 2 daughters. You've yet to have children yourself. What's the cardinal flood, by the way? Very low. Okay, take advantage of this. Bring in now pastoralists, because it costs less when you do that. And gain more to the Lord of the Mountain trait for doing that. We want to beef up on the income of the holding taxes here. A vengeful satisfaction with realm laws. Ah, finally, the law's on our side once again. These so-called revolutionaries and idealists who dare to challenge the order of this realm have been silenced, their punishment swift and severe. No longer they will spread their poisonous ideals of leniency. The crown stands firm that those who oppose will face justice, true justice. The laws are clear, they are harsh, as they should be. There's no place for softness in a realm that seeks order. Those who break the law will pay, and I'll make sure they suffer the consequences of their defiance. The balance of power is restored, and the realm is safe once more. Slightly satisfied with this. Zoroastrian uprising in Dalim. Back when the Roman Empire was still whole, before the Rashidun Caliphate emerged from Arabia, Persia was ruled by the Sassanids, a Zoroastrian empire founded in 224 AD. After the conquest of the entire region by the Muslims in 654, Islam had slowly become the majority faith. Kazvin Shah al-Mardavij dreams of restoring the once mighty empire and bringing Zoroastrianism back from the brink of extinction. There are already some rulers, such as Marzaban Iskandar of Shaki, who returned to the old ways. Even as devout followers of Ormuz believed that they ought to be in power. Will you succeed in becoming a fabled Shoshant? Only time will tell. A new Sassanid empire? Huh! Yeah, they popped up over there, and whoa, there is a Mazda Yan stronghold. That's Orthodox Zoroastrianism, by the way. With sizable realms, too. Tirit, Faradid, Herat. Zoroastrianism is still very alive and well in this playthrough of mine, unlike many of the others in the past. And now we have one that may have a fighting chance. Zalasamir. And all that. Well then. We'll see to it. We'll end the episode as soon as I get that claim on that gold province of Abu Hamad. At least the power struggle just went away. Because, you know, it was up because of the Regency. But now that I'm here, it'll be less of a pain. 4 months. We'll get promising prospects. And this, and this, and then that. And don't be afraid to accept any nearby tournaments, because I'd like to hone my skills. Even though I don't have the hustler trait, but one day I will. And forming a tournament yourself is expensive, unless you have to make it one contest. I don't need a whole duchy, I just want the gold province, that's all. If I were to revoke that title, he'll say yes, because, one, valid claim, his personality, different than military strength, and he kinda likes me well enough that he'll be just willing to surrender it to me. And you could just be reduced to one little province. Sustained development, good on it. Right. We'll get that gold province in the next episode, as enough time's been taken up here. So, I hope you people have enjoyed this episode, ladies and gentlemen. It was a lot of traveling for this young Marquis. And we hope that in future that we'll get back to the right direction, because so far we had a bark exchange. We've welcomed now pastoralists. The governor of Swan successfully corresponded with the counterpart, which I made it so. So we just hope that things will go our way, because right now it's a period of instability and we have to be very wary of whatever Egypt's going to do. So prepare to defend the homeland by any means necessary, and as well as reclaim territories that is rightfully Nubian and Coptic, because it appears that in some areas, especially there, they're trying to spread the faith there, but that culture's always there. And the king himself is leading the front lines, which no doubt that he will defeat the enemies to conquer the parts of Darfur, even though it's not technically part of Nubia, but it's just to show how he's capable of it. I mean, both Nubian kingdoms are united on this matter. Just keep an eye on those Blemians. These are the ones to watch out for, although this man is not doing well himself. We can hope for a weaker Blemia, that we can benefit from all this. I mean, you can give to them, but it's more of what he likes than anything else. Just to keep getting your trade up. So, anyways, we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.